What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're going to be talking about how do narcissists know when you figure them out? How do they know when you know who they really are? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a self-aware narcissist, and welcome to another episode of The Narcissist Code. So boom, welcome back, folks. Yes. Yep. That's the question of the day. How do those pesky narcissistic people know when you figure them out? And what do they do when they know that you know? Like, what do narcissists do? How do they act? What goes on inside of their minds, inside of our minds, when we know that you figured out who we really are? You figured out something about us and whatnot. What's going on there? Before we hop into today's episode, y'all, make sure if you haven't, check out one of my support groups or taking one of my courses. You can find everything at courses.mentalhealness.net. Check it out. You don't want to miss it. It's a great group of people helping each other thrive and survive and whatnot. But yes, how do narcissists know? Like how can they tell? How can they tell even if you haven't said anything? So one way they can tell, if you tell them, of course, that's the most obvious way. If you tell them or somebody else tells them that you know who they are, that you know what they have going on, that you know what they've been doing behind the scenes, that you know their thought process and how they actually feel about certain situations and not the image that they've been putting forward. Of course, somebody else could tell, like somebody else from the past could expose them to you, right? Somebody like an old ex just sees that, like, you show a picture, which is weird anyway. This is why I don't, when people start dating and they find a new boo and they share a picture of them and they put like a heart over their face or something, they'll share like a loving, caring picture, but it'll be like a heart symbol or some emoji covering their face up so you can't see who they are. And then when you finally do it, guess what happens? When you finally reveal who they are, guess what happens? The exes or somebody reaches out and tells you, hey, why you dating this person? They horrible, they abusive, they lie, they're cheater, they this, they that. You know, this what happens. That's why y'all should expose the person you're dating sooner, so that can happen sooner. Unless you want to live in the blind, right? So that can happen. Like, you could reveal who you're dating or who you're talking to, who you done snuck off and married. You know what I mean? Who you're in a situationship with, to one of your friends and family members. And guess what happens? An ex reaches out, or one of your friends and family members knows who they are and tells you, like, hey, this is a lying, cheating, abusive, manipulative person. They tell you about your partner. They tell you about who your partner really is, right? They tell you about who your spouse is or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is right here, right? They tell you, because that's the simplest, easiest way, right? Somebody else exposes them to you. That doesn't take any effort on anybody's part. It's just like, hey, this is who they really are. This is what they've done in the past. Hey, they have domestic violence charges. Everything that they've ever told you is a lie. I don't know why you believe in them. Blah, 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 boo, 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 bee, bee, bee. You see what I'm saying? That happens quite a bit in these situations, in these spaces. It happens so much. And that's why I keep telling people, like, when you're in these situations, when you're involved with narcissistic people or toxic people, when you see what they have going on, this is the mindset that you face. This is the thing that you face right here, that they are and can be abusive as hell. They can be manipulative. They can be sneaky. And then you get exposed to it. Another way that they find out, another way that they can tell that you know, right? And then, of course, you tell them. Like, somebody exposes them to you, and then you tell them, and that's how they know that you figured them out. That's how they know that you know. But they can lie, they can manipulate, they can, oh, that's an old version of me, I've changed since then, or they lying on me, they crazy, all my exes are crazy, they just jealous of you, they jealous that I'm clapping your cheeks now and not clapping them no more, they jealous that I'm doing everything that they wanted because I feel better about you, they jealous, blah, 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 blah. They be just lying their asses off, right? And they'll just try to make it seem like everybody else is crazy except for them, which is, again, some of y'all believe it, because it works. They're convincing. You're already in love when you start to find this type of stuff out. Another way, like I said, is that your behavior is telling yourself, y'all. How do narcissists know that you figured them out? How do they know when you did it that you know who they are? Your behaviors. You start acting funny. You can't control it. You find out a deep, dark secret, and then of course your behavior is going to shift because you look at the person differently. They can tell when you're looking at them differently. They can tell you're feeling differently around them. Like if they normally walk by and squeeze the cheek or whatever, walk by, smack you on the butt or whatever, and you don't do that anymore. And like I said, all of a sudden that stops. Or when they do it, you just like, instead of just like, stop, babe, stop playing. You tense up, you get cringy. They can tell. They're like, what's wrong with you? Oh, nothing wrong with me. They can tell. Your body language shifts. You don't want to touch them anymore. You don't want to do anything with them anymore. You tell them that you know who they really are without even opening your mouth, without even exposing them that you know. Like if you went through their phone and found out they're cheating on you, right? You know who they are behind the scenes. You know that they have some kind of, they're doing something that you told them that they couldn't do, like a boundary you set from the beginning. Hey, you can't watch corno. You know what corno is? Remove the C, put a P there. Hey, I don't like corn in this house, and they agree to it. But now you go through their phone and you see hear some slapping sounds on the phone. And it's not the choir in church. You see what I'm saying? You hear some slapping sounds on the phone. It ain't people clapping for the preacher. It ain't somebody clapping for the preacher, right? You know what I mean? But it happens. That's one of the things that happens in these spaces, in these relationship dynamics. So when they know that you know, like your behavior shift, like you don't even tell them, y'all. You just start acting differently. Like your face looks different. Like you present, your body language is completely different. So they know that you know who they are or what they've been doing behind the scenes. They know because your body language can't hide it. Your micro expressions cannot hide it. I'm very good at reading micro expressions. Like look up micro expressions. This can help you figure them out too, though, y'all. Micro expressions cannot lie. Like unless you are a psychopath. But people, their mouths can lie. Their body can lie sometimes. But they micro expressions, the little ticks, they can't. The little ticks. You see what I'm saying? Why you do that? You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that goes inside of people's heads. Why you act like that? Why you do that? Why is that going on? Why is this going on? You know, that happens to quite a few people. So what happens when they know that you know? What happens when they feel it? What happens when they tell? Either they're going to just chat. Either they're going to try to chip away and hammer away at you and try to get an answer. What's going on? Why are you acting this way? Why are you behaving this way? They want you to expose how you know who they are and what they've been doing. They want you to expose it. They want you to expose your source that somebody told you so they can cut that person out of your life. Because if somebody else told you and you tell them, oh, my friend told me about you, if you decide to stay with them, you're going to lose a friend. You're going to lose that friend. That friend is gone out of your life. You can't have both. You can't have me and this person because I don't trust this person. And I don't trust you around this person. This person don't like us together. This person is jealous of us, right? So they're going to try to excommunicate that friend from your life. They're going to try to isolate you from this friend or family member or whoever it is that told you. Somebody at work, quit that job. You want our relationship to work? You need to quit that job. You need to put us before that job. That happens. So this is something you have to decide. This is something you have to go through. It's something you have to work on in these spaces right here, y'all. So they're going to try to get this person out of your life. Or, like I said, they might try to love bomb you. Like if they can tell that you know, right? They just see their phone screen isn't on the same the lock screen or whatever. They can tell that you've been through one of their apps or something like that. They can tell you've been through their pictures or their online browsing or whatever, however you've discovered them, right? Their journal is right side up. They normally leave it upside down for a reason. Now it's right side up. They can tell you've been through it. Whatever it is, right? They might, of course, they can get mad as hell at you when they think you figured them out. They can get angry as hell at you, get mad at you, make you feel bad for invading their privacy, whatever it is. You know, you invaded my privacy. I can never trust you again. Rabbo. Can't believe you did this to us. I can't believe you did this to us. You did this to me. You invaded my privacy. I can't trust you. You don't want us to make it. You go looking for stuff. You're going to find it. Rabbo. You know, they can get mad at you, right? Because you figured them out. They get angry. You brought shame into their life because you know who they are. This is their secret. This is their shame, their hidden shame. You know, you've discovered their shame and you brought it to the surface. So they're going to get angry at you and try to hold you accountable for their own shame. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to hold you accountable for their own shame. They're going to do that to you right there. And that happens quite a bit in these toxic narcissistic relationship dynamics. They're going to try to make you feel bad for holding them accountable for something that they actually have done to you. Or it's something that they've actually done behind the scenes that they're ashamed of and they've been hiding from you. Right? They can absolutely get mad at you. Another thing they can do, like I said earlier, they can love bomb you. They can just try to love you out of this type of stuff. you know, you've discovered them, you're angry as hell, your body language has shifted, somebody exposed them to you, and they're just like, you know what, you've been wanting to go to Paris since we got married 35 years ago, right? I know I've been promising you to take you to Paris. We haven't went on any trips. We haven't done anything fun for 35 years, but you've been my ride or die. I done cheated and took other people to Paris. I done took, you know, 3-4 different people to Paris, but I haven't taken you, my boo. But guess what? I'm gonna think about taking you to Paris now. I'm really gonna consider it. I'm gonna think about it. Like, I'm still angry that you discovered me, but I'm gonna think about taking you to Paris, like I took everybody else, my affair partners. I'm gonna think about it. I'm really gonna think about it now. I'm not even lying to you, but really gonna think about it. Or they might actually try to take you to Paris, right? They might actually try to take you on that trip, go buy you that purse, go buy you that PlayStation, whatever it is, to try to make it up for you. They might try to love bomb you and start doing things in the bedroom that they haven't done in a long time, or things that, you know, they stopped doing, or something. Like, the crazy thing about it is, if you caught your partner like clapping cheeks with somebody else, and they were in a very particular position that they said they didn't like with you, they're gonna do the same thing with you, which is mind-blowingly wild that people would do that. I didn't feel comfortable enough to do that with you, even though we've been married for 10 years. But this stranger I met on TikTok, I did a split in front of them, whatever it is. Ooh. Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. But that's how it goes. They will try to love bomb you and give you, like, start trying to fulfill some of those promises that they've made to you for over an extended period of time. Try to do things that they said that they would do a long time ago. Try to become the person that they could have been a long time ago. Now they're doing it because you know who they are. Now they're trying to throw you off the scent. You know, they're trying to throw you off the scent by love bomb you. It's not a real love bomb. I call it a love bomb within the relationship to try to make up for something. I call that a love pop. It's like a little pop of love, not even a full-fledged love bomb, a love pop. Anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning into another episode. I got to hop off this thing. My first in-person workshop of the year is going to be in Washington, D.C. on September 14th, Washington, D.C., 2024, from 12 to 4 p.m. The link to register is it's going to be the top link pinned to the comment section, and it's going to be in the description of every video and podcast that I do. I appreciate every single one of y'all. So super thankful for every single one of y'all. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, y'all. We're creeping up on 500,000, which is insane. And I'm this close to getting my Facebook back. I can taste the Facebook. I can taste the meta. I can taste the meta. Anyways, y'all, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.